Well, for the very final time from Rally Sweden, folks, welcome. Welcome to our end of rally review. From a rather chilly, Jamesy, final day here in Sweden. We got some proper weather today, didn't we?
We did, down to minus 16 this morning where we were, which, yeah, you can feel that. Doesn't matter how many layers you've got on, it's very, very cold.
Really chilly, but it was lovely. Beautiful blue sky day here to end this year's Rally Sweden. What an adventure we have had, though. Where should we start? I think we'll start with our winner at the very top. Many, many congratulations to Esa-Pekka Yappi.
Yappy Lappy.
Yappy Lappy. Esa-Pekka Lappi and Yanni Fern. 6.5 years since their one and only win up to this point in the championship. That was Rally Finland back in 2017.
Yeah, that's right.
It's been a long wait, and my goodness me, did he enjoy it. And didn't he just deserve it? You know, he was put in a position, James, where he had to manage it, and he managed it beautifully.
He did.
Didn't he? No, hang on. He wasn't put in a position. He found himself in a position.
He put himself in that position.
That's right.
Because he had a good road position Friday, and he made the most of it. And he didn't do what Kalle Rovanperä did, which was push too hard on a stage that had terrible conditions.
Yeah.
You know, Esa-Pekka drove with his head, and then from there he managed the rally. He had that very short-lived battle with Takamoto Katsuta on Saturday, but from that point onwards, he managed it beautifully.
He was brilliant, and there is really not a more popular winner in the service park these days than Esa-Pekka Lappi. We caught up with him just over there a few moments ago. Try and describe how this feels.
Well, yeah. You don't have, battery enough on the camera if I start to explain all the years, but yeah, for sure, a lot of things went through the mind on the stop line, on the finish line. But for sure, it was a massive relief, first of all, to get the job done of this weekend. I mean, since yesterday morning, it's been only about the finishing the event, bringing the car home, not really thinking about the points of today, especially. I mean, it was very important to get the points from yesterday or Friday and Saturday, and be in front of Elfin. And yeah, today we just brought the car home. I mean, for us, the Super Sunday was not super.
You made a very difficult decision at the end of last year, and you made that decision for all the right reasons. This vindicates that decision. This says that was the right decision for Esa-Pekka Lappi.
I agree, I 100%. I mean, while Monte was on, I didn't miss a second, to be there. So definitely this was a right call, and I'm sure I will be even more fresh on the later on the season. Okay, Kenya is coming next, but then I will have a bit of a break again and to be more ready later on the summer.
So great result then, obviously, for Esa-Pekka Lappi. But, James, at the end of what could have been a disastrous weekend, Thierry Neuville leads the championship by 3 points. He's picked up a whole load of points here this weekend. He's been quite clever.
He has, and I'm sure he'll be very, very pleased with that points haul. Yeah, still in the championship after 2 rounds. In terms of Hyundai as a whole, it's been a brilliant start to the season for them. I mean, I don't think they've started a season like this before.
Tanak, though, we mentioned. Again, he's picked up a few points here. He's picked up points, a reasonable number of points. He's finished 35th or something and picked up a reasonable number of points. I guess he did what he had to do after an enormously disappointing Friday. I mean, that mistake that he made, dearie me, purely down to driver error.
Yeah, just didn't manage those conditions in that specific moment very well. And boy, does he need a result now. He's dropped a lot of points to his 2 title rivals. He's going to Kenya. Yeah, he's got to get a result there.
Do you know those conditions on Friday, James? So many drivers just couldn't handle the conditions. Did that surprise you?
It did. And it was all kind of on that one stage. Well, certainly that's where the 2 world champions exited. I suppose we know how much drivers really, really trust the pace notes, and that's what they need to do to go fast. What makes guys like Rovanperä and Tanak so good is how committed they can be.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But sometimes that can cost you.
Absolutely. Sometimes commitment needs to be tempered with a little bit of patience, perhaps sometimes. So there we are. So a fabulous weekend for Hyundai. Congratulations to all of the Hyundai team and, obviously, to Esa-Pekka Lappi in particular. Let's move on to the man in second place, Elfyn Evans. Evans picked up more points than anyone on this rally.
He did.
And for someone who really only had 3 good stages, which were today's stages, that is some result.
It's a great result. Okay, he survived Friday, which was that's what turned out to be the smart move. But Saturday, his pace was really not there. And, we were saying, why is he not able to get past Formeau? Well, 24 hours later, by either by luck or good judgment, he's come out with the most points of anyone this weekend, and it opens up this question, Colin, of who's really the event winner? Is it the guy who finishes first in the overall classification, or the guy who comes out with the highest number of points? Yeah. Either way, Elfyn Evans has got to be happy with that result. That's got to be a lot more than he was expecting.
He really does, because he had no response to Adrien Formeau's pace on Saturday. It's worrying, but it's also reassuring for Elfyn. It's worrying in that, when the conditions are right, he's got a window of operation that, if everything is right, that window gives him the opportunity to win stages. We know that he's capable of winning stages, but it appears to be a very narrow window right now, where things work to his liking and he is on the pace.
I think you're right. I don't think on raw pace he's shown, certainly not compared to Neuville, to Rovanperä, to Tanak, that he's there right now, but this championship's going to be very, very tight, and it could be decided by the driver who makes the least mistakes. Absolutely. We're 2 rounds in, and Elfyn is Tanak's been the first to blink in terms of mistakes. Elfyn hasn't made a big one yet, and if he keeps that going all year and takes advantage on the sort of maybe 2-3 rallies where he's going to have a real window to win, that could be the smart move to take this championship.
Right. I think you're absolutely right. Helped a little bit as well by his teammate Rovanperä today. We think that Rovanperä, have a look at that middle stage this morning in the loop, the second pass on the long stage. I'm almost certain Rovanperä effectively gave back those 10 seconds and said, there you go, Elfyn, there's an extra point for you. Really a fantastic weekend in terms of points for Elfyn Evans. This is what he told us.
A very up and down weekend, obviously. A difficult job on Friday, being early on the road and then first on the road. Struggled Saturday with obviously the scooping and then tyres on the end of the loop. So yeah, today managed to turn it around a bit and get some good points at least.
And we know that you're not a fan of this new point system. A lot of us aren't. But it rewards intelligent drivers. It rewards strategy. And that's what you've shown over the last 2 rallies.
I don't know. I still don't think it's right. Like, EP's won today and he has a load less points than I do. Whatever the circumstances, I don't think that's right. So, yeah, even though I've come out all right with the new point system, I'm still not an advocate for it.
Well, we've mentioned Kalle Rovanperä, obviously Elfyn's teammate. Not a great weekend for him. It's not what he comes here for. He's coming out this year to have fun. Takamoto Katsuta, though, James, dearie me. He put himself in a great position. He then chucked it all away.
He did, and yesterday was yesterday. It was a massive disappointment. We could see that in his face, in his eyes when we spoke to him. He had to come back today with a fresh mindset, and he started pretty well, came back and was third, I think, on the first stage, but then another unfortunate incident on the second pass of that stage. Okay, pretty easy mistake to make, just landed a bit heavily on a jump, but again, dropped him way down the standings. Not a great end to the event.
And do you know what? From his point of view, Safari is a rally he loves, and it's just as well there's a good rally for him coming up. He can rebuild over the next few weeks and come back stronger when we get to Safari for sure. Takamoto Katsuta will be a different man when we get to Safari in a few weeks' time. Let's then move on to M Sports, to the 3rd place, the man at 3rd on the podium. For his very first podium in the WRC, my driver of the weekend, Adrien Formeau, was magnificent.
He was brilliant, and he's proven, really, before a lot sooner than we thought he would, that his year sitting out and competing in Rally 2 and helping that team develop that car, it's paid off.
Yeah, 100%.
The maturity he's shown is brilliant, and the speed was there when it needed to be as well. So, yeah, congratulations to him and to the whole M Sport team. I'm sure they were absolutely thrilled to see a Puma up there on the podium so soon.
Absolutely. It's the maturity, it's the hunger, the desire, and the discipline. And you know what? Malcolm Wilson has a very, very well, formatted way of dealing with drivers, young drivers. He recognises talent. If they get the opportunity and they deliver on that talent, he can nurture it. But he doesn't mind being tough. He was tough with Elvin Evans, sent him to the British Championship. He was tough with Oyt Tanak before that. He was tough with, obviously, Adrian Fourmeau last year, and he took him back into a Rally 2 car. You look at the difference in the way that Malcolm Wilson deals with young drivers who are not performing to what he knows is their potential, and maybe the way that Toyota have dealt with Takamoto Katsuta. It's quite different in terms of, you know, the way they deal with it. You know, does Takamoto need a little bit of tough love, maybe?
He maybe does. You can't argue with M Sport's methods, I suppose, because it's worked multiple times for them. And Taka, okay, he's been through this kind of cycle before of upping his pace and making mistakes. He's been around quite a while, so I think it's a valid point that maybe a different approach is needed.
Maybe. But the man who is benefiting, as I said here, from that approach from Malcolm Wilson, getting the best out of his young drivers, Adrian Fourmeau delivering a wonderful podium. Here's what he said to us.
To be fair, when we were third on the road on Friday, with a lot of snow, I didn't expect to be on a third position today, and second yesterday, keeping Elfin behind us. It's only my fourth rally on snow. It's my second rally coming back on the Rally 1. So I can be really proud of what we have achieved, especially here in Sweden for a French driver. So having a French, same love as Roger, but for the rest. So to be fair, really positive. I'm really glad that after 1 year of hard work with the Rally 2, we are now back and now step on the first step of the podium.
What is, from you personally, your point of view, what is the biggest difference between the Adrian Fourmeau we saw 2 years ago and the Adrian Fourmeau here? What is the biggest difference?
A lot of difference. We have been working a lot of many different things on myself, on the how to approach the rally, how to build it, etc. So, but also the confidence came back in 2023. So now we are really prepared to be in a Rally 1, where I think in 22 it was just too early.
You know, if Esapekka Lappi was a popular winner here, Fourmeau was a popular podium sitter. It really was a great performance. A great performance all round from M Sport. Gregoire Munster was entertaining all weekend. He entertained us in the stages, he entertained us at the end of stages, and he brought his car home. Not without a scratch on it, because there were one or two scratches, one or two pieces missing, but he brought his car home. So really positive weekend for all the boys and girls at M Sport. That, James, was Rally 1. Rally 2, we really can't finish this review without talking about young Oliver Solberg. The crowds were magnificent cheering for him here this weekend, and he delivered.
He absolutely did. We asked him on Thursday, didn't we, is the only result you're going to be satisfied with a win? He said absolutely yes. He was confident then, and he went out and delivered. You know, a big victory for him, way up the road on all of the Toyotas. Maximum points in the bag for him in terms of his WRC2 campaign, and a win at home as well on Pernilla's birthday weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah, congratulations to Oliver. Congratulations to his mum Pernilla as well, to the whole Solberg team and family. Great fun watching young Oliver out there. At Ground 3, well, we have to wait a few more weeks. But have a little above James's head there. Have a look at that little button. Yeah, it's there, James, right there above your head. Press that button. That will take you through to DirtFish Live Centre. If you've missed anything this weekend, catch up with it at DirtFish Live Centre, and there will be plenty on dirtfish.com in the coming weeks in the build-up to the Safari Rally. There's plenty other rally news around the world, James, I'm sure we'll be reporting on.
Absolutely, if it's happening, we're reporting on it.
Absolutely, and remember, obviously, our YouTube channel, some great videos. If you haven't seen it yet, go and have a look at the wonderful video that Elliot, our cameraman, director, editor, made with regards to Craig Green, the mayor of Bradby. It is an emotional watch, let me tell you. You might want to get the Kleenex tissues out if you're going to watch that one. Have a look there on the YouTube channel. Plenty of great stuff. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're on all of those platforms, and we would love to see you there. Folks, thank you very much. It's been a joy having you along with us here at Rally Sweden. Thank you very much.
Don't let anyone ever put you down, because only you know your true potential.